Hello YouTube, good afternoon. I'm Yasmin, I'm host for Talk and Talk. Talk and Talk is a platform where we practice languages as English, Spanish, German, Italian, French. You can check more in our website. And this moment is not a class, I'm not a teacher, I'm just a student. And the objective for this moment is to practice our confidence, vocabulary, learn new things. And we always have one subject to guide our conversation and some questions too. Today we will talk about can stereotypes ever be good? And we usually start presenting ourselves to break the ice a little, know each other, and also to switch the language in our brain. So, a little about me. I'm Yasmin, I'm 20. Here on Talk and Talk, I'm a host for English and Spanish too. And in my free time, I like to read books, watch series, play video games sometimes. And nowadays, I work as an intern software developer. And that's it about me. Ayla, could you present yourself, please?
Okay, I'm Ayla. Good afternoon, everyone. I live in Belém. Um, I was born here. I'm also host here on Talking Talk since last year. And I've been studying English for a while, and I try to improve day by day. And I think it's the best way it's to practice here on Talking Talk. It's a safe and I think we can learn it and enjoy this moment together. So that's it. Thank you.
Yeah, I really like this respectful environment. It's really great. Thank you, Ayla. Luis, could you present yourself, please?
Sure. Good afternoon, guys. My name is Luis. I'm 44 years old. I live in Campo Grande City. I am a data analyst, mostly. And in my spare time, I love to learn about music. I love to play several different musical instruments, and I love outside activities. Thanks for asking.
Thank you, Luis. Brandon, please present yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Brandon. I'm 31. I live in Brasilia. Was working with IT until this week, and I got fired. and I'm here to practice a little my English. It's a little rusted. Last time I used it professionally, I was working as a bartender in a restaurant. So this is. Thank you.
Yeah, very interesting. I think it's a good way to practice for a lot of cases in the bar. Yeah, thank you for coming and welcome to Talk and Talk. Chris, what about you?
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Because sometimes my mind is, oh my God, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. um, sorry. I'm Cris. I'm living in Manaus, Amazonas. I'm a software developer. In my free time, I like to watch movies, series, read books too, participate in some technology events. I think that's it.
Thank you, Chris. And the last but not the least, João.
Hello, my name is João Gabriel. I'm 21 years old. In free time, I like to play video games and travel too. I live in São Paulo, and is it? I work at software development. Is it? Thank you.
Thank you, João. So, starting with the first question, João, for you, what is a stereotype? Can you give an example?
Stereotype. I think this is um stereotype is a vision that a group of people have about other group. So, um, like in this video, uh, Americans have a vision about the Asian people. Um, this is an example. So like I can like us in Brazil. So here in São Paulo we have a stereotype from a people in South or in Northwest or in other parts of country. So is it? I think is it.
Yeah, about this, the Asians stereotype, I think one very common is they are the smart ones. So every time if we are in a school and we see a Asian person, we'll have stereotypes by the others saying this is the intelligent one, you know. So it's a really strong stereotype, and I think this can cause a lot of pressure on days in some way. Chris, what about you? What is it for you? And can you give an example?
I agree what João said about it's like a standard in some society, community, something like this. You can see and find this example, the community, the specific, I don't know, city or country, something like this. I can remember this example. People follow standard, weight things, something.
Yeah, I think there are a lot of standards of cities, regions, and even in countries too, because the other countries think Brazil is just, I don't know, soccer and samba, things like that. Is a really present stereotype. Luis, what about you?
Well, I do believe that a stereotype is how society look uh, groups of people who has strong has how society see a group of people who has the same characteristics, you know, like you said before, Asian peoples related to be very focused, be very intelligent, and this kind of thing is more how society label different groups, you know, to organize. I think I don't know, but sometimes it's not a good option, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it's very strictly, I think, and just put everyone in one standard. Like if you is in a specific place and don't follow the standard, the people will think this is strange. I don't know. It's something very strange by society. Brandon, what do you think about this question?
Uh, just an observation. I think everyone here is from IT. It's almost a daily meeting here, but so I have my curriculum here. Okay. uh, Jokes aside, I agree with everyone here, and I think stereotype in society it's uh, a way that society expects someone or some group to act, and that's the danger of it, because when we expect something to be true, it's not necessary to be true, and when we think when a man should behave or a woman behave some way, or we expect some group to make a movement and that expectation is broken, so we get disappointed or we get some responses that we are not prepared for. Like when I talk about myself, I'm a gay man, so if I don't behave like society expects like I behave, the damage of it, it's mine. So it's strange when we see and analyze the stereotype of that. But why women cannot be other things beyond the silence person, this quiet and a lady in what lady means. So stereotypes are dangerous things when we believe that these are truths because they are not, they are lies. So
Yeah, and when the people don't follow a stereotype, there are a lot of judgment, so I don't know, it's very harmful. Uh, Ayla, what do you think about this question?
So, uh, I think I agree with everyone. I think he said a good example and about the stereotype. And for me, stereotype is like a fixed a fixed simplified idea about a group of people. It's like when society put a group of people in a box and share it as a true. And we really agree about this, and because we grow up and people talk it like, oh, in Brazil, everyone likes samba, soccer, or for example, it's like my reality. Many people from other part of Brazil believe that people from here, north or northeast, are lazy or uneducated or outdated. And I think when people, uh, in general, I think people know we because sometimes, of course, unfortunately, I can think as and agree about some stereotype. And I think we think that's the way some because we don't know enough about something or about other culture, other backyard, the other histories, and we just to follow what I you heard, what are you what are we have, and sometimes it's not, it's uh, uh, like no true information, or and sometimes there is a prejudice, of course. I feel it, some discrimination, and people tend to act like this when they don't know enough a place, a culture, as I said before. And yeah, I think it could be so harmful when there is some negative stereotype. And yeah, that's my
Y-
opinion.
You said about it and makes me think in people, mainly for another countries that think the north and northwest regions of Brazil, every people from there live on forests, so it's a big stereotype. And when they discover that no, there is building there, there is cities, the people don't live with, like animals in the forest. So they think, oh, how? But I always think in another way. So I don't know. Sometimes it's really strange how the others see our country as a really a development. Okay, our country is late in some points, but not at that point, I think. Yeah, it's very strange. I don't know. So the second question, Ayla, do you think our stereotypes are negative? Why or why not?
Um, just a moment. Number two, I think our stereotype. No, not all stereotypes sound negative, but uh, I think sometimes there is some positive. For instance, uh, all Asian are so smart. Uh, yeah, it sounds like a compliment, and but it like I think it's complicated because we put all of individuals from Asia like they can be so clever, and especially in uh, for example, math, so, and sometimes there are other people from Asia that like other kind of like arts, or I don't know, so, and but no, we really agree. No, when I see some students from Asia, uh, they only like to study math, physics, I don't know, and in the other areas, it seems they don't appreciate it. Okay, it's positive because we say, oh, a good thing about something. They are so intelligent, but it's like they are only intelligent in that area, and the others, it's I don't know, it's I like there is a how can I say, vazio, I don't know. And yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah, even the stereotypes that could sound good, even they are bad. And really, when we see the in a small perspective, like you said, and for example, if a Asian person don't is so smart, people will judge a lot, like, oh, you are Asian, how you have bad grades in school, for example. So yeah, even the good stereotypes could have bad things linked to them. What do you think about it, Chris?
I think the same, how Ella said. Not all stereotype. I think some is necessary, but sometimes the part it's a wrong perspective of some people. Just to read the article or I don't know, watch a movies. Like you said about the North, Brazil North, it's really common. I remember I talked with uh, a young man, I think so, and he asked me if I live near alligator. And I think, oh my gosh, how I can this. Oh my gosh, it's really funny. And this young man send me all the time message. Give me alligator. Send me. Oh my gosh, stop! But stop with this. It's not. it's not real. Or some videos on YouTube. I watched the guy, of course it's America. America think a lot. Come to Amazonas, and if you, I don't know, swim in the river, you you just a special clothes, because I don't know, I don't know if it's a fish, something like this. If it is internal in the body, destroy all, something like this. It's really not good. This stereotype is not good. I didn't remember right now the good one, but good part is not good. But not all. Yeah, just not necessary, something like this. I don't disagree. I think this.
Yeah, you said about USA people and make me remember a lot of videos that I already saw of people making like a QA session with them. So ask, oh, point like Brazil in the map. They point like Africa, or they say, oh, do you know Brazil is American people too? And they say, no, America just USA. And they are really, really fixed on this idea, really, they think they are really right. And I don't know, it's really strange because geography is there, They study a lot of things in school, but geography, that is an important one, they don't know so much. Yeah, it's really strange. Luis, what about you?
Well, I was remember here when I was a child, was very common to see horses and cows walking around my neighborhood, and was pretty cool. But back to the question, uh, neither negative nor positive, I think, about stereotypes, but I think the stereotypes are very limited. Stereotypes is just for standardization about people. So sometimes obviously very negative, but it can be positive. Yes, can be positive, but I think it's more limiting stereotyping.
Yeah, I think it always make people be limited by the stereotype they are put it in. I don't know, it's very bad because sometimes the people goes really in a really, I forgot the word, but goes really in another side, don't follow the stereotype, and I don't know, could sound really bad for people that put these stereotypes. I don't know, this is very strange. For me, a lot of the stereotypes are negative. Brendo, what do you think about this question?
Well, guys, I'll be strongly against stereotypes because when we talk about stereotypes, I don't see this discussion, for example, in academic discussion. You don't see an article saying, well, see here, we can see that these behaviors like that, and it's a final sentence or it's a general understanding. No, these behaviors in such a scenario, in such a way, with these conditions. When you are talking seriously about something, you always say in how mechanism, how you describe that system that describes that thing you are studying, such as a group, such as a factory, such as a system in the nature. When we are talking about stereotype, you are saying, like the example in the video, the Asians are smart, the black people are violent, the women must be quiet, the men must not cry. They are affirmations that simplify, oversimplify, and in most ways are social talks. are expected rules that some group in some society by some dominant group say that other people should behave. I understand that in biology, like uh, things that walk in the ground are dangerous, but like spiders. But in Brazil, only three species of the thousands of species are dangerous. So it's dumb to say that spiders are dangerous. No, three species of a thousand. Of a thousand. So it's a dumb stereotype. We are afraid of spiders because everything that we are told about spiders, you don't see horror movies with bunnies and with butterflies. We see horror movies with spiders. So we are constructed to believe in things. We are thought. We are teached. We learn to hate some things. We learn to believe in things, and we when we don't question these things, we tend to believe that it's okay to believe another. So the stereotype say more about the knowledge we have than the truth about the fact. So when we do not quest this, it says, well, my knowledge about spiders it's low, so I will believe that spiders are dangerous uh, as a fact. Not I can be afraid, even though I know that they are not all. It's something about me. I have I'm afraid of spiders, but it's okay. So the stereotype, it's I think that's a tool to understand our ignorance about something. So I believe that I don't know, the people in Papua Nova Guinea behave in some way. They eat coconut. I don't know. So I'm ignorant about that. It's not a rule about them. It's a ignorance about me. It's a fact about me, my small universe in my head. So it's a good thing only for test my ignorance. Because once I have learned about uh, this new fact, learn about a new society, learn about Brazil, learn about the different in regions and in cultures. Oh my God, it's so much more complex and so much more about everything that I cannot reduce it to something. I cannot reduce it to one affirmative phrase or one affirmative expression. So that's I cannot believe that has it's possible to be a stereotype that's good. Okay.
Yeah, really interesting because I think the bad point is when we didn't uh, think that we, for example, must to learn new things. When we just think, oh, I already know the important things and that's it. Just limit the acknowledgement, you know. So I think the problem is in that just accept and see. As a problem for others, not of we as a limited search for knowledge. Yeah, I think this occur with a lot of people, fortunately. So, João, what do you think about this question?
I agree. I very agree with the Luis and the other people. Well, a lot of, a little bit, a lot of people, but more from Brandon, because the stereotype is the reflects that the people know about one thing. Um, and I don't think that I think that all stereotypes are negative. This is true because uh, I think I just think that this the I think the all stereotypes is negative, but some stereotypes is worse and other better because like in contexts in different contexts like in a in in social context that you just talking with a people and with a people like a people Asian people, like the example. The people is intelligent, but you figure out you figure out that these people don't um there's this person don't um um don't have a good score in school. So you will be disappointed, but you don't this is won't don't will be affect you. It don't there's no difference. But when you put this in a job assignment context, you make a bias about these people, and your ruler is very tall about these people. So when you uh, when you asking in the interview with people for Asian people, the interviewer and the with interviewer have a stereotype think you they will they will they will think that as Asian people that they are interviewing is intelligent. But when this this interviewer figure out that these people don't are very intelligent, like the stereotype uh, that that him thinking, yeah, uh, the they will be disappointed, and this will you will be harmful for the people that's that's uh, that's and responding this interview, like don't take the job, the position. So you know, but I think the all stereotypes is negative, but there's years of this.
Yeah, sometimes even if they didn't begin the interview, but they found out a bad stereotype. For examples, there are a lot of bad stereotype about human in higher positions inside the company. So imagine you are an interviewer with this stereotype in your mind, and there you are making an interview to a human to be a manager. The human cannot get the job position because of a stereotype, because the stereotype comes before even the interview is already in the subconscious of the interviewer. So, yeah, I think there are some contexts that can be really more and more harmful. So I will go to the ninth question. I think is really good. Chris, what role does education play in breaking stereotypes? The number nine.
Break like a break the stereotype, like if don't know occurs, give this information on a video, something like this. Hmm, I don't know. I think create more channel on YouTube to show more the people like the I like this type of a channel and documentaries too. Some people when some places really restricted, I think it's restricted to inside, but um um I remember Netflix has a series. I don't know in English. O lado negro do. Uh, de turismo, something like this. It's really interesting because it's a weird place. The people pay for pass this. Can you imagine? I don't know, the terrible. I don't know. Pass if I'm a Mexican immigrant and I don't know, find I don't know, a way to enter in United States and people pay for this. Oh my gosh, it's really, and this tourism make this really real. People suffering something like this, and oh my gosh, no, it's not to me. And I think if people create more channel with, I don't know, it's a lot of, I ask for some places like, I don't know, cities on Amazonas, in Amazonas, at Amazonas, and the people film something like this, these places, and um, places I never mind what is, I think this, and where, and it's really good, interesting too. The street, something like this, like uh, I think a river there, something like this. And I think it's a great way to thinking about.
Yeah, I think the information to share information using internet really improve and can uh, not I think not over because it is a really deeply topic, but make the situation be not so bad of the stereotypes. So I think this information really help people to find out new things and find out how the things work, and that is a really big world outside of our own world. So yeah, think is really a really good tool to do it. Luis, what do you think about the ninth question?
Well, I think that this question is very interesting because nowadays I think that everything that is very segmented in personal relationships, you know, because one thing that I believe that uh, can break stereotypes is uh, conviver with different kinds of person, you know. And nowadays, everyone lives in your own neighborhood, in your own groups, and it's very important to. Nowadays, you don't have more this because you don't play. Kids don't play more in the streets. Uh, Kids don't have more collective sports, you know. So I think that is very important, and it's very sport. Very, I think that the parents could educate your kids to understand your society because our society is very different, it's very unequal, and stuff like that. You know, a mix between education from the parents and from the school. You know, because the school is not only for work, for college things. You know, it's for life. I fix this.
Yeah, I think it is very important. I think the socialization, mainly between children, can really break these barriers, break these stereotypes, because children are only worried to play with the others, so they aren't so restricted by stereotypes or something like that. But nowadays, unfortunately, we have less and less situations involving children's socialization with others. But I think is a good way to break these barriers. Brandon, what do you think about this question?
Well, the most important one, yeah. Uh, I want to construct the argument over what Luis said. Our constitution say that the education is a responsibility of the family, the society, and the parents of the child. But it's not education that stops over the 15 years that we are obligated to stay in the school. And this education, the mainly problem of it, in my vision, is that we transform it in merchandise. So when we put all these children that can afford in one place, that can afford more in another place, and that can afford nothing, and what left, so we have a big problem there because they are segregated by one one main thing, the money. Then we have the geography segregation. Then we have the cultural segregation. Then we will continue segregating it, these children, these teenagers, and we have strange adults that over 15 years they learn how to deploy something, deploy an activity, and deploy some grade to accomplish some task. We are not talking about the really education that Luis said, the the integration, the debate, the the building a society, building things that will emerge new ideas, that emerge a new way to criticize our culture, our way of thinking, emerge not only technologies, but these social technologies, this social power that we are so needy for. So the education is the only tool that we have to criticize our culture, criticize these instruments of dominance, of power. It's not, we are here not because today, but it's because a process of a history, like the video you amazingly bring to us. It's a history that puts this kind of smart person, compliant and obedient in the classroom, so they are work because they were prisoners in the war. So it's important that we have those here. And why we see the people that we see today like they are. So if we don't uh, talk about it in our schools, analyze this process and question and make these questions in a school, in a classroom, and in our society as a family, as participants of the same society, we are keeping going and going in circles around it and creating bigger problems. So education, for me, it's the only tool that we have to break this process and build a better society and a better place. And it's our responsibility as participants of it.
Yeah, I think the education place is the best one to make that. Thank you, Berendo. João, what do you think about this question?
Um, I think that the education have a really participation in this uh in this case breaking stereotypes, right? Um, because because uh, because in school in the we spent 10 spent 18 years in the like in schools, right? And more 10, 5, 4 years in the university. So these institutions must 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 teach us how we can how we how we must to um how we must to live in our lives, uh, in the um, in the right way. Um, so I think these schools, education in general, um, must to must to have a strong culture about this, w- with education like videos, activities, um, and school things, but n- not not just this, but when you when the teacher the teacher see a bullying scene, right? They 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 must to apply the right right I don't know, medidas. Yeah. The right thing, and don't don't get this uh don't get this don't get this deixar passar. Don't. So I think education is the most important thing in this case, because how I say, um is the most just, I think, 1/4 of this life in in these institutions. So I think it is.
Thank you, João. I think we have a short time, but what's your opinion about it?
Okay, I will try to to answer quickly away. So I agree with participants for sure. Education is a powerful key to break this process about stereotypes. I think education helps people develop critical thinking and empathy, for sure. I think when we students learn about different cultures, experiences, and perspective, they can realize that individuals are more than labels. So I think it's so good, it's so important to read the histories, to understand different background, and to be open. Uh, I think education can open our mind and reduce prejudice. That's it. Thank you,
Thank
Yasmin.
you for your opinion. So guys, thank you all for coming today. I sent the survey here on our chat if you want to share your opinion about the immersion or made any suggestion for another subject. And if you have time, the next week we are talk about a really soft topic that is what do we want to squeezy cutty things. So I think we'll be very more soft than today. But I really like our conversation. Thank you all for coming. And I hope to see you soon. Have a nice weekend.